I have been watching this storm pattern for 3 straight days. I need to be straight with y'all. This is not a one-day event. This thing reloads Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. No breaks. 5 separate days of active severe weather from one locked-in pattern, and most folks have no idea about that. NOAA just confirmed March 2026 was the single warmest March in the 132-year weather record for the United States. Hawaii got hit by 3 separate storms in 30 days from this same stagnant pattern. Look what happened there. $1 billion in damage. 115,000 people lost power. And a 120-year-old dam monitored 24 hours a day to avoid collapse. Go ahead and drop your city below. I will personally watch your area and update you all week, friends. Minneapolis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Oklahoma City. Tell me where you are and I will walk you through your risk window. If you have family in the Midwest or Plains right now, share this with them before today is over. Y'all, let me explain what a stagnant pattern means, because this is the key to understanding everything happening this week. We have a deep trough out west and a ridge in the east, neither one budging anytime soon, folks. That setup keeps funneling Gulf moisture straight north into the Midwest day after day, loading the atmosphere. Dew points surging into the 60s and reaching the low 70s across Iowa and Illinois, that is July humidity. Every time an energy impulse rolls through that juiced-up atmosphere, bam, you get dangerous severe weather. 5 separate impulses rolling through this week, 5 separate threat days hitting the same communities repeatedly. When the same area gets hit before recovery starts, the damage multiplies. That is the Hawaii lesson. Let me walk you through each day so you know what is coming and when to be ready, good friends. Monday today, the Storm Prediction Center just issued an enhanced risk, level 3 out of 5 for the Midwest. Level 3 out of 5 means the SPC expects widespread significant severe weather. They do not issue that lightly. The primary driver today is not tornadoes, it is hail, and the hail threat here is alarming. Folks, 30% probability of hail exceeding 1 inch in the red zone inside the hatched area. It gets much worse. Inside the hatched zone, hailstones of 2 to 3 inches right between baseball and softball size. Good grief. Baseball-sized hail at 65 miles per hour punches through car hoods, shatters sunroofs, and tears roofing shingles clean off. If you have a vehicle outside in Minnesota or Wisconsin today, please get it under cover before 3 p.m. Monday's tornado threat is real, but secondary 5% probability in the brown zone around Minneapolis this afternoon. Storms fire around 4 p.m. south of Minneapolis, spread into Wisconsin by 6 p.m. and keep running past midnight. That is an 8-hour severe weather window today, 4 p.m. to midnight. Burn that timing into your memory. Now here is the piece of today's forecast. Most folks are sleeping on the Lake Michigan crossing tonight. Y'all, northwestern lower Michigan storms survive crossing Lake Michigan and arrive at your door around 11 p.m. tonight. Think about a grandmother in Traverse City turning off the TV at 9 p.m. thinking the storm completely missed her. By 1 a.m., large hail and 60 miles per hour winds arrive. Her weather radio is exactly what saved her that night. Michigan friends crank those phone alerts to max tonight and put that NOAA radio on before bed. No excuses. By Tuesday morning, whatever's left of these storms hits Flint, Lansing, Detroit, and Kalamazoo on the way out. What does your sky look like right now? Drop your city and sky report in the comments for me, friends. Tuesday, April 15th, the day I have lost the most sleep over, and here is exactly why. Friends. Tuesday's enhanced risk shifts south and east, now covering Wisconsin, northern Illinois, Iowa, and Indiana. Milwaukee, Chicago, Des Moines, Rockford, Madison, and Davenport, all of y'all are inside Tuesday's zone now. The slight risk extends from Detroit and Cleveland all the way back through Wichita Falls to the Mexico border. Over 10 million Americans live inside Tuesday's enhanced risk zone, and some models still want to expand that. Tuesday's main threat is hail, but here is the kicker: the tornado corridors are making forecasters nervous. Corridor 1, Des Moines through Chicago, discrete supercells producing the strongest tornadoes of the week. Corridor 2, Oklahoma City north and west toward Wichita Falls, isolated supercells with EF2 tornado potential. Here is what makes Tuesday different: discrete supercells at noon give way to a squall line by 8 p.m. That squall line marches through at 65 miles per hour, pushing damaging winds, embedded tornadoes, and golf ball hail overnight. Storms push through Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and possibly as far east as New York before Tuesday finally winds down. Tuesday does not end until well past 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, do not plan on sleeping through it, folks. And Wednesday does not give the same communities any kind of break. Another impulse rolls through the plains. Wednesday, a dry line sharpens in Kansas by 2 p.m. with discrete rotating supercells firing toward Des Moines. By rush hour Wednesday, wall clouds and funnel clouds are possible from East Kansas all the way toward Chicago. Wednesday evening brings 70 miles per hour straight line winds from central Kansas and central Texas pushing east overnight. Even the Ozarks of Arkansas see damaging winds and an isolated tornado risk late Wednesday into Thursday morning. Here's the part of this week flying under the radar Friday and Saturday. Heads up out there, y'all. Another energy pulse arrives Friday and possibly Saturday, a fourth and fifth active severe weather day. Y'all, by Friday, storm fatigue is setting in hard across communities on alert for 4 straight days. Good grief. A farmer outside Kansas City who preps hard for Monday and Tuesday might completely let his guard down by Friday. Friday evening is exactly when that stagnant pattern reloads and puts those same communities back in the zone. Storm fatigue is when storms catch people off guard when folks just stop watching the sky. Plain and simple. The day you decide this pattern is over is sometimes exactly when the worst storm of the week hits you. All right, now let me give y'all a city-by-city look so nobody watching is left guessing about their own risk. Minneapolis and St. Paul enhanced risk today. Storms 4 to 8 p.m. Baseball hail. 5% tornado risk. Stay sharp. Rochester and Owatonna, Minnesota, your window opens at 4 p.m. today. Vehicles inside. Alerts on. Heads up. Eau Claire, La Crosse, Stevens Point, and Green Bay are all in the thick of it tonight by 6 p.m. Milwaukee and Madison, large hail and wind tonight, then back in the enhanced risk zone again Tuesday evening. Chicago area isolated hail threat starts around 2 p.m. today. Then supercells return Tuesday with a tornado risk. Des Moines and Davenport. Tuesday evening is your single most dangerous window, rotating supercells directly overhead. Detroit, Flint, and Kalamazoo overnight storms from Lake Michigan reach you by 11 p.m., then again Tuesday night. Oklahoma City and Wichita Falls, Tuesday afternoon through evening is your window. Strong isolated supercells possible. Tulsa and Kansas City, Monday marginal risk. Wednesday rotating supercells. Friday another potential round. Y'all. Sioux Falls, watch that western horizon late this afternoon. A long track South Dakota supercell is possible. Columbus and Indianapolis. Tuesday night storms push through the Ohio Valley between midnight and 3 a.m. Stay alert. 5 active severe weather days from one stagnant pattern that is extraordinarily rare, and nobody is ready for it. Hawaii got 3 storms in 30 days, and it brought that state to its knees. The Midwest faces 5. Each storm before full recovery makes the next one exponentially more dangerous. That is not hype. That is physics. Power outages from Monday not yet restored when Tuesday's squall line arrives. That is the real compound danger. Flooded roads from Monday's gully washers not yet cleared when Wednesday's supercells fire at rush hour. Same thing. This is the week that reveals which families were prepared and which ones were banking on everything being fine. Drop your exact city in the comments and I will personally track your risk window all 5 days, friends. Your city and which day worries you most. I read every comment and will update your area personally. Friends? And tell me, do you have fresh batteries in your weather radio today? Yes or no? Drop below. That yes or no question might be the most important thing I ask any of y'all this entire week, friends. Now let me talk directly to every person over 50 watching right now. This one is straight for y'all. You have seen patterns like this before. Maybe not 5 days, but you know how fast this sky changes. You know what a green sky looks like? You know that eerie dead still air before the freight train roar hits? That healthy fear your grandparents had about these storms, that respect they passed down, trust it this week. But also trust the official warnings when a tornado warning fires for your county. Move first and look second. By the time a tornado is visible outside your window to act safely may already be completely closed. Here is something I say every tornado season and mean every time most tornado deaths happen at night. Outdoor sirens are for people awake outside. They flat out cannot wake you from a deep sleep. Tuesday night, your NOAA weather radio by your bed and phone alerts cranked to max. Those are your 2 real lifelines. A retired teacher in Janesville, Wisconsin with that weather radio on her nightstand is safer than any siren around her. That one-step fresh batteries in the weather radio before bed tonight could flat out save your life Tuesday. All right, friends, here is your 5-step checklist, and Tom needs every single one done before 3 p.m. today. Step 1, find your NOAA weather radio right now and put fresh batteries in before anything else today. Step 2, charge your phone fully right now and crank those wireless emergency alerts all the way to maximum. Step 3, walk your home and pick the safest interior room on your lowest floor bathroom. Closet, hall, Make sure every family member knows where that room is without being told, especially the kids and grandkids. Step 4. Put a kid in that shelter spot with water, a flashlight, your medications, and important papers today. Step 5. Decide right now where your pets go during a warning before any siren goes off this week. A neighbor in Rockford, Illinois, who has all 5 of those done before noon is locked and loaded through Saturday. Has your area been hit by a bad storm or tornado? Drop your story in the comments. Good friends. Those real stories remind every viewer that this is real life out there and not just numbers on a screen. Think about your neighbor in Wichita, your church friend in Des Moines. Do they know what this week holds? Share this video right now. The most prepared street is always the one where someone shared the warning early. Let me do a quick temperature snapshot so you can feel just how loaded this whole atmosphere is today. Y'all, Minneapolis at 62 and St. Paul at 62, enhanced risk arriving this afternoon. Stay close to that radar, friends. Madison at 58 and Milwaukee at 56, severe storm risk today, then back in the enhanced risk zone Tuesday. Chicago at 62 with thunderstorm risk today. Tuesday evening is when your most serious tornado threat arrives. Des Moines at 66, sunny today. Do not be fooled because Tuesday evening is a dangerous window for you. Oklahoma City at 70 with storm risk today. Tuesday afternoon is your strongest tornado threat of the week. Wichita at 68 with storm risk today. Wednesday's rotating supercells fire right in your backyard at rush hour. Kansas City at 68, Monday marginal. Wednesday serious. Friday watch closely. This is a long week for y'all. Detroit at 58, cloudy, looks quiet now, but Lake Michigan storms arrive after midnight. Keep that radio on tonight. Indianapolis at 64 Tuesday night. The Ohio Valley threat pushes right through your area between midnight and 3 a.m. Nashville at 72 and Atlanta at 74. Y'all are on the drier side of the country. Count your blessings. Miami at 80 and Denver at 58. Both sunny, both cities sitting this wild week out. Good for them. But for Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Michigan, Oklahoma, and Kansas, this week is serious, y'all. Now here is the Friday detail I want to make sure every viewer hears before this video ends. Good people. Most severe weather coverage stops talking after Wednesday, but this pattern keeps loading energy through the weekend. By Friday, the same moisture axis is still surging north and another impulse fires supercells across the plains. A grandfather in Wichita who prepares for Monday through Wednesday might not realize Friday is his worst day yet. That is why I tell you today, so that Wichita family stays ready and sharp all the way through Saturday. 5 active severe weather days in 7 days. This is the kind of week that changes communities permanently, y'all. And here is the nocturnal threat piece I want every single Midwest viewer to take away from today's video. Tuesday night and Wednesday morning feature that squall line pushing through at 2 a.m. while most people are asleep. A squall line at 2 a.m. brings embedded tornadoes you cannot see and straight line winds you cannot outrun, friends. Think about a retired couple in Janesville who go to bed after the 10 p.m. news thinking they are clear. The squall line hits at 2 a.m. and their weather radio gives them just enough time to reach the basement. That 90-second head start from your weather radio is the difference between making it downstairs and not making it. Please put that radio on your nightstand before you sleep Tuesday night. That is the most important ask. Now let me pull the closing numbers together. Burn these into your memory before this video ends. Good people. Here are the days to circle on your calendar Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday this week. Enhanced risk Monday and enhanced risk Tuesday, back-to-back level 3 out of 5, rare and genuinely serious. Baseball to softball hail today near Minneapolis. 10 million inside Tuesday's zone. Nocturnal squall line past 2 a.m. Wednesday reload with wall clouds at rush hour. Friday and Saturday another round. This pattern does not quit. Hawaii called 3 storms in 30 days a compound disaster. The Midwest is about to face 5 and 7. Preparation is the one thing that separates a rough week from a tragedy. And that preparation happens right now. Check your weather every morning this week. Keep those phone alerts on every single night. Look out for each other. Monday's storms fire at 4 p.m. I will be right here watching that radar all week, bringing updates, friends. Tuesday's enhanced risk arrives in 24 hours. We will have a complete fresh breakdown before that day even starts. This is the week your grandkids will ask you about someday. Make sure your family's story ends well. Y'all, drop your city one last time in the comments, and I will see y'all right back here tomorrow morning. Now let me give you the bigger picture to carry with you all week long. Good people. NOAA confirmed that March 2026 was the warmest March in the entire 132-year weather record for the United States. The 12-month stretch from April 2025 through March 2026 was the single warmest period ever recorded, plain and simple. When ocean waters run warmer than average, storm systems tap deeper moisture, last longer, and come back faster. Hawaii experienced that firsthand, 3 storms in 30 days when historically that takes several years to happen. The Midwest this week is its own version, 5 storm systems in 7 days from the same stagnant setup. We are not in a normal weather period. We are in a period of accelerating extremes, plain and simple. Preparation this week is not optional. It is the most important thing you can do today. Friends, think about what the families in Hawaii wish they had done differently before that 3rd storm arrived in 30 days. Do yourself a solid and get those 5 steps done before 3 p.m. Do not be that family. Good friends. Let me add a few more cities before we wrap up, because some spots deserve a closer look. Y'all, South Dakota friends, watch the western horizon late this afternoon as long-tracked supercells try to develop. Evansville and Peoria, both of y'all are in the slight risk zone today. Watch your afternoon radar carefully. Memphis at 74 and mostly sunny today, but Wednesday and Friday squall line rounds could brush your area overnight. St. Louis at 68 with storm risk. Wednesday and Friday rounds of this pattern are a real concern. Y'all, Little Rock and Springfield Wednesday's squall line pushes right through your area late evening into overnight. Cleveland at 56 and Columbus at 60, Tuesday night storms push through Ohio Valley between midnight and 3 a.m. This community has helped each other through storms for years, and that is what makes following along so special. People from Minneapolis checking in with people in Oklahoma City, that is exactly what we do here, y'all. So drop your city, drop your story, drop your question. Every comment gets read and every location matters here. From Green Bay to Oklahoma City. From Des Moines to Detroit, stay safe and watch out for each other. Being prepared is not about being scared. It is about being the person your whole family counts on. Always. I will be right here all week long, watching every radar, tracking every threat, and keeping y'all updated daily. This week tests preparation, community, and the wisdom your parents passed down about what real storms can do. This is the week Tornado Country shows what it is made of preparation and looking out for each other. Someday your grandkids will ask about this week. Make sure your family's story has a good ending. Y'all, stay weather aware every single day this week. Keep those alerts cranked up every night. Stay safe out there. This community watches out for each other every season, and this 5-day stretch is when that matters most. Drop your city one final time, and I will be right back here tomorrow morning with everything you need, y'all. Being prepared is not about being scared. It is about being the person your whole family counts on, always. A prepared family in Tornado Country has always been a family that comes through, and that includes yours.